power.
Hi, everyone. This is episode 75 of Messages for Lightworkers. I am Val with Dragonfly Crystals with my wonderful and beautiful co-host, Marina of Heart Centered Tarot, who, by the way, is going to be offering again her wonderful 30-day course. Don't be scared. It's you can manage it. It will be starting June 2nd.
June 1st.
June 1st now. June 1st. Pay attention to that. June 1st. Sign up for that because I hear I haven't had time. I haven't taken it, but I will. But sign up for that. And yeah, they can go. You can go to Heart Centered Tarot, Marina, or can they go to your website, or what do they do for that?
You know what? They can go on the website, which is marinasheartcenteredtarot.com. Or best thing to do is, I'll need the information anyway, is just send me an email at heartcenteredtarot@outlook.com. The information is on the YouTube page. So yeah, just send me an email and say, I'm interested in taking the course. I'll get you on the list. I'll send you out some information and take it from there. And thank you, Viviani. Viviani said she took the course and she recommends it. Thank you, Viviani. The check is in the mail.
Yeah, exactly. So what do you have coming up on your channel, Marina, that you want people to know about?
Well, I'll tell you. One of the things that I am really excited about is on Tuesday, the 21st, it's Tuesday, so it's Taco Tuesday, right? With David. Well, we're going to have a special guest this coming Tuesday, and it's going to be his identical twin brother, Gary. So looking forward to that because they really are identical.
I've seen them. They're identical.
They are.
Thank goodness they weren't wearing the same clothes because you knew who one person was and the other.
Yes.
By that.
Yes. They laughed the same way. They moved the same way. Yeah, I think that the glasses are a little different, but
the glasses are a little different color and whatnot. But wow, that is really identical.
Yes,
those two.
Yeah. So I'm really, really looking forward to that. And yeah, just the current Achieving Union class is going strong. So yeah, we'll take it from there and carrying on. Do want to remind you guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Go to both channels, okay? Make sure that you give us the thumbs up. And the way that we have started, and we've been doing this for a while here on Messages for Lightworkers, is we'll have a conversation about what we're being guided to share with you, and then we can open it up to readings. So members get first priority. We have super chats and PayPal donations get priority. Everybody else, you're I'll put you on the list and we will get to you if we can and as time permits. So, because really, this is a business. We're running a business. So it's like going to Costco. They don't give you the whole cake. Here, take this with you. They give you a little sample. So there.
I do really like that. And Marina, they can go to you for readings, wonderful readings. I've had one, and believe me, Marina's fabulous. And so just down below in my description too, you can also find Marina's channel. Go there and you can find everything you need for email, and you can contact her for reading, or on the website, you can click on something for a reading as well. So Marina's Heart Centered Tarot, which has a story all its own.com.
Yes.
And the reason why it had to be that way is because it had to.
It had to. It had to.
Had to have her name. The universe wasn't just going to settle for a heart-centered tarot.
Yes. Yeah.
So anyway, everything's synchronistic, right?
Totally.
Okay.
Totally. Yeah. And don't forget, get an Akashic record reading with Val, because yes, they are fabulous. I've had one. And it, very full of information and whatnot. So yeah, don't forget, reach out to Val, and she can get you the information, and you can set it up, and you'll be that much wiser.
I mean, we all will be.
Yes.
Every time I do a reading, I get a healing and all kinds of stuff. So
yes,
it's all good. And I want to say hi to Viviani, who's here, and Starhawk. Good to see you. All eyes, Nick. Thank you for being here. And Lisa, McGrill, say that right.
Yes.
Let's see. Oh, we don't have that many people. Carl. Good to see you, Carl. Annie. Yeah, we're kind of like down on the down low for some reason, but that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely. The people who are meant to be here are here and will be here.
That's exactly
and I think that there's I know that there's others that are having shows at the same time, and I mean,
it is what it is. So
it is what it is. Yeah, you got to choose.
All of you that are here, we absolutely adore you. I don't know if I said hi, Linda Kennedy. Hello. Thanks for being here. And I just wanted to say that Marina and I were backstage talking.
Allie is on.
Okay. Allie is on. Okay, that makes sense. So, this is about including the inclusion of everyone. We'll say it like that, but don't get caught up in that, because we all have to have our boundaries, and people that are with you resonate with you, and people that don't resonate end up falling into the outer circles of your sphere, because they aren't meant to be working with you or part of your lesson plan, shall we say. Yes, so, but this is what my guides were saying: inclusion of everyone, leave no one out. The whole contains everyone. You are all these facets. Leave no part of yourself out of the whole. To do less is to live in the illusion. So really what that boils down to is that even though, Donald Trump is, he's in his, think of it as a Shakespearean play, and that we're all players on the stage and we're all doing our little stories. It's an illusionary story we're all learning from. He's giving us a world story we're learning from. A big, huge, entire. So his job was big. And on the other side, there is no damaged soul. You're all beautiful, shining beacons of light, every single one of us, who, if we went back to divine source and were re-immersed, we're all one being. So in that context, we really cannot not include all of our light, all of our prayers, all of our energy to the whole, I mean, the multiverse. That includes anyone here acting in ways that you go, what are they doing? Never mind. Just pay attention to yourself, stay in your center, and stay in that space of bliss and love in your heart. And that's the way that your awareness grows and your frequency stays high. And so you still can create boundaries for yourself when you're in situations where people are in their story. Let's just say they're not resonating with what you're doing. It's not very comfortable. Usually they'll move away and do something else. Yes. But it's okay to create your boundaries. There's nothing about that is an emotional thing. It's just, what you have to do for yourself to create a space where you can stay in that beautiful, high vibrational frequency. And so,
Yes.
yeah, so I pulled a few cards, and they're saying all is in perfect timing, and Archangel Michael is with us all. So this is happening now so that we can really get a handle on becoming that God source self, remembering everything. How can you remember everything? Well, you can't do it by excluding everything. Oh,
Yeah.
not that, not that, not that. That's like saying, I'm not going to include that part of myself. It's like parts of your heart that you're not identifying. And so how can you feel that oneness and bliss if you're excluding parts of your own heart? Because that's you not
Yeah.
loving or valuing yourself. So you make a decision. You notice how the heart is being weighed against the intellect. So the decision is, you have to be in unity consciousness to feel that bliss and connection. And it's almost time. You really want to be on this wave of feeling that. The way forward is open to all of us. This is all about the soul's journey down here in this illusionary holographic world. Everyone's doing a story. If we get caught up, oh man, look at that story. Look at that Trump story, like I was doing this week and last week, all caught up in the Trump story. Wait a minute. He's just doing a story and he's learning from it. Well, we all are, but I've got to step back, and this is about my spiritual growth, not about getting caught up in that story. So I step back. And you know what? It is about that divine masculine energy that is in the world right now that needs to be balanced with divine feminine. But you're going to be channeling your higher self, every one of us right now. The higher self, which is your soul, the fragment that's coming down, you are going to be channeling that. More and more of your soul self is going to be in that conscious awareness that you have. You're going to be in this, embracing this. So in order to do this, accept all parts of yourself. That means whatever you see in someone else that irritates you, or that you feel a little triggered or a little threatened by, or any of that, forget about the story. Forget about the story. Just go into your heart and send them light. Embrace everyone, because that's the illusionary story that triggered you. What you want to do is bring yourself back to the reality that is your soul projecting down into this holographic universe. Marina, what have you got?
Pretty much the same thing. So thank you all for coming. I hope yes, very, very much so. I think we have to remember that sometimes the other people in our lives are a teacher for us, and sometimes we are the teachers for someone else. So there are certain personalities or certain people that are with us throughout our life. And then there are those who come in, they serve a purpose. And once they have served that purpose, they can then exit. It doesn't mean that we don't appreciate them. It doesn't mean that we don't have a connection to them. It just means that their purpose has been fulfilled.
Exactly.
So we can still include them, when we're saying our meditations, or, putting out the energy. And yes, when I am surrounding my house, my neighborhood, my city, my province, my country, my world, and sending out all that white light, it is sent to everyone. There is nothing in there that says, yeah, except these people. Don't include these people. I don't want them to get any light. Because yeah, you're right, Val. We are all part of each other. We are all part of the I am. I am the I am. And so is everyone else. So I wouldn't exclude myself. So we can't exclude other people either. But it's important to remember that sometimes, when their mission is fulfilled, spirit will just move them out of our lives, right? So
That's absolutely correct. I had myself muted because the gardener's here making noise.
oh,
I totally agree with everything you're saying. Go ahead.
Yes. So I really, really appreciate that. And what you were saying about Trump, yes, he can be, and he is frustrating, but his mission in this lifetime was to shine a light on all the things that are broken, just like Putin and just like Xi. That is their mission in this lifetime. We may not like it because it may not resonate with us, but it's the old thing of, well, things around here need to change. Okay, a lot of people know that. What needs to change? How are we going to change it? You can't just go in and throw the baby out with the bathwater. You need to know where the problems are. And this is what these folks have done is, I would never say that I'm a fan of, the orange one, but on a soul level, I can appreciate his mission. And I can say, wow, that was a karmic thing that you took on. That holy smokes.
Holy smokes. Yeah, that's a big worldwide thing.
Yes.
Yeah. And I like how you pointed to all the dictators and the same kind of job. They're here to usher out the old patriarchy, right? And that's a big job. And how could they usher out the old patriarchy? How was it going to be orchestrated any other way? This is a worldwide event where the divine feminine is coming into play. How is it ever going to work if it wasn't all brought to the surface and we all got agitated about it or aware of it anyway to this huge degree?
So. Totally. I mean, there are lots and lots of people, and I heard this, and I can't remember exactly where I might have heard it, but it's like someone said, "Well, I had no idea that the U.S. was still that I get prejudice, for lack of a better word, that there was us and them and so on." And when you think about it, that's something that has been going on in the background for years and years and years. And as long as they kept it on the down low, it would still continue. And it's not to anyone's benefit. What Trump has done is he has brought it up to the surface. He has made it easy for those people that are challenging to deal with. He has allowed them to self-identify, to say, yep, I'm a racist, I'm a xenophobe, I believe that I have rights that apply to me, but not everyone else. Right. So now we know where they are. Now we know who they are. Now we can take the steps to make it better. Right?
Exactly.
So, and it's funny, I pulled from the Witching Hour, and what I got was enter at your own risk. And this is, it's comparable to the Hangman in the tarot. And the message behind the card is, pause, wait for confirmation. It's okay to say no. The answer to your question is no. And it talks about, take time, get some more information. Don't make hasty decisions. Allow things to play out so you can take a look and see what needs to be done. Okay. And maybe at the end of looking all of it, you can say, yeah, no, I'm not interested, but at least you've gone deep. You've looked at it. No. And I think that's what we're being asked to do now, is to acknowledge those people and to kind of move on from a lot of the anger to just saying, okay, all right, if I change my mindset and if I think about this, not as a, you know, those people are ridiculously stupid, although there is a human part of me that still goes back to that every once in a while. So, you know, that's one of the benefits of being here. But it's, the people are waking up, right? They're waking up.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
next card that I got was crossing the veil. And that goes with Val's decision-making card.
Mm-hmm.
This is like the Eight of Cups, right? And it talks about mourning and bittersweet endings and marking a passage, right? Mm. And the message really in the card is there, anytime that we move on from something that we know to something that is unknown, there is always that little bit of nostalgia. That is always that feeling about, well, I don't know. You know, this may feel uncomfortable, but it's an uncomfortable that I know. So, you know, it takes a while to kind of make and make that decision and to trust yourself that you are, you know, doing the right thing, you are on the right path and whatnot. So we're all getting to that point where we are remembering the way things used to be. Mm-hmm. Appreciate them, but we also realize that there's something wrong in the way things used to be, right? Mm-hmm. When the people were quiet, they kept their racism, you know, they didn't discuss it.
It wasn't in public, you know.
Exactly.
It was still there. You just didn't know.
Yes.
Yeah, that wasn't, you were evolving. So we weren't perfect before and we're evolving. And now this stuff is coming out like crazy for us to go, oh, okay. You see the underbelly of some of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. Totally. And it kind of reminds me of that saying about nothing changes if nothing changes.
Nothing changes if nothing changes. It's really a beautiful card about looking at that card you have about perspective, looking at things in a different way, to showing you that what in fact where you've been right out in the open. And where you can go, which is what all of us light workers are here to kind of shine a light to everyone making choices about love and unity and bringing in all that good harmony. So I love this question, Starhawk. The forgiving and the forgetting is the hardest part if they trespass you. Well, here's the secret sauce of that. And this is what got me. Because I am a Pisces and you mess with my heart and I'm like all over, you know, it's, you know, so it took me a long time to forgive, but I finally got it when I really realized that we're up there signing our contracts to come in with every single person that played a role in any hurt or anything that we went through for us to evolve. And we for them in whatever ways. We're going, oh, we're best friends up there. And we're saying, yeah, that sounds like fun. Let's go down. I'm going to marry you and you're going to cheat on me. And then I'm going to feel this way. That'll be a fantastic experience. And I am going to learn so much from that. Thank you for coming in and spending that time with me in this particular role. I am so excited. Boom, you're down, you're born. Darn 3D veil is there and you don't remember anything.
Yes.
Part of the agreement that you have to start from a place where you don't remember who you are. And then you can't really go to the place now that you know that you signed everything. There's no blame. There's no shame. There's none of that. This is an experience. You're collecting it for your soul to bring back to the greater soul, the monad, and then, you know, your soul group, and then divine source. So there you are going, oh, it'd be silly if I blame them for the contract we signed. Oh,
yes.
Wait a minute. That would be kind of foolish to spend the energy on something like that, because we agreed to this. Oh, I just don't have a high enough perspective to see the overview of what it's. I'm looking through a lens of being 3D hurt,
Yeah.
which was the experience I came in for. And so you kind of got to pull yourself up to that elevated. Okay, I get it. All right, fine. It's not like you won't slip back down there and go, that damn blah, blah, blah.
Exactly.
But you will.
Exactly. Yeah.
You will. And you'll be butthurt and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, you got to laugh about it, because it's really, you're great friends, soul friends on the other side. And yeah, so that's kind of like gives you a bit better perspective to why forgiving isn't even necessary, except for our 3D evolution while we're here on the planet, because that will stop us from opening our heart all the way and from progressing. So it's just our evolution. We get that as a catalyst. We learn to open our heart. We, it's the journey, like the tarot journey.
And don't forget, forgiveness isn't about forgiving the other person.
It isn't.
Not so much. Forgiveness is about letting go of whatever circumstance that you might have been in with that person, not attaching anything emotional to it, and just saying you forgive for your own benefit, right? It doesn't mean that you forget what they have done. You can remember that, but you can still let it go. You can say, yeah, okay. That happened. That was awful. I now know what not to do next time.
Yeah.
And next time I'll pay more attention to, the little red flags or whatever that comes up. But yeah, forgiveness isn't about forgiving the other person. It's about forgiving yourself for having had a human experience.
Yeah. And I just want to say, Amber, racism.
Yes.
So here's the thing. We have been every race. We have come down and projected into every single type of.
Yes.
And this casing has nothing to do with our soul, except that we decided, oh, this time I'm going to come to the US. I'm going to be in this body to be here now with Marina. So yes. I have been in Africa. I was once told that I had the darkest skin this person had ever seen. That's what they were channeling for me. And I know that has to be true, because I don't have a prejudiced bone in my body. And in fact, look at people like they're all the same as me.
Yeah.
I don't even see color or race or any of that nonsense. Yeah. So I have really been through that. I know it, because I don't have any of that. Yes. So I have to say, there are so many kids out there now in schools that are taught to bully, that are bullies, and all of that needs to change. And I would love to see schools teach kids how to meditate, how to connect to their higher source, and what it is about why we're here, and to teach kindness, to teach becoming sensitive to others, becoming empathic. I mean, it isn't, they just have to, they're already empathic. They just have to be taught to frame it all in the right way.
Yeah, exactly. And they're the generations that are coming up, they are little enlightened beings, and they really are our future. And a lot of the kids that are overreacting, that are being bullies to others, I think it's because they are bullied themselves.
Yes.
So you tend to repeat behavior that you have learned.
Yes.
So because really, when you think about it, babies don't see color. Toddlers don't, you know, toddlers love everyone, whoever you
love
are.
everyone.
Yeah.
It's a taught thing. It's a taught thing.
Yeah.
Let's just face it.
Yeah.
Let's
And if you can teach it, you can learn how not to do it.
Yeah. It's like we need to start a school for young children, preschool. We'll start it in preschool to evolve, to help them understand who they are and reinforce all the positive things that,
use their imaginations, because it's in the imaginations that they go back to their past lives, that they go back to their galactic self, and they can describe things that are in very, very detail. And there's a lot of people that literally take that away from them. You know, you can't paint the sky purple. The sky isn't purple.
Yeah. And how is that? You're stunting their creativity.
Yeah.
You're stunting all of that beautiful God force energy flowing through them, by putting those 3D, it's like you want to stick them in a cage. Sorry.
Yeah.
Now I have to say Viviani says, bullies at work. And I have to tell you, Viviani, you are so adorable. Oh my gosh. They're probably so jealous. And jealousy plays a huge part in bullying. Jealousy in the fact that they feel small and they have to go around making other people feel small, because that's the only thing they can do to feel like they are, to elevate themselves. Well, it's a temporary fix and it's not a real fix. Deep inside of them, they feel, they know they're doing something wrong. And the thing is, Viviani, you're adorable. And so obviously, and your accent's really cute. So, just know that those people are, poor things. Yeah. So.
Yes. Yeah, you're right, Amanda Carroll. Yes, they are jealous. It still hurts. Absolutely. Absolutely it does. You can understand, what it is that they're doing. Believe it or not, honestly, part of what helps kind of get past that is to just take a moment, take a deep breath, and send them love. Send them love. That it could transform them at that moment. It could transform them later, but you do it to help them ultimately, but you do it to help yourself too, to say, you know what, I love myself. Yeah.
I have to say, and I have done that at work. Just exactly right when something is happening. It is a game changer. I am not kidding. I have seen miracles happen in my relationships to others from that one powerful thing. Whew, just a force of white light going right out to them. Oh my gosh. Try it. You do it like an experiment. Instead of getting hurt, oh man, this is my opportunity to push that white light out. And you are going to be amazed. I love it. It's like a secret experiment no one knows about.
Totally. And yes, Anya, they don't understand what the hell just happened.
They don't. They're blown. All of a sudden, it's like they think they've got something else to do and they try it off. And they never come back to you again. I mean, they look at you side-eye because they're not quite sure what just
There's something with that woman's energy. I don't know. I don't want to be anywhere near her. All right. I'm okay with that.
Oh, that's funny. So anyway, I guess we can open it up to questions if you guys have any. Let me see if there's any. I'll go down the chat really quick.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay. So, so try some of these experiments. I call them experiments because I want them to be fun.
Yes.
This is not a serious thing. You're just out there and think of yourself as an alchemist, and you're going to see. That's why I always had myself in a neutral position saying, I every time I feel like I could get triggered, I'm going to send that white light to that person. And that's going to, it becomes your focus instead of getting triggered. It comes out of the ego and goes to your beautiful heart. And all of a sudden you can't get triggered anymore. And you feel elated.
Yes,
So
absolutely. Yeah.
Oh,
And
Carl,
hello, Ross and Amber, and oh my gosh, Carl has.
when
Lovely.
said I'd be able to find my orange cat, I didn't believe it at first, although I haven't found her yet. The clues and tips by Viviani, Sherry, Jenny, and Diana are all looking at excellent. Good to hear.
Carl, you know what? Your kitty cat did look very, very lost. And so someone picked him up, or him. I want to say him. And they don't realize that he belongs to someone else, or not yet. They're starting to realize that he belongs to someone else. So I would, if I were you, in the neighborhood where you used to live, put up some posters. Okay, make sure that you get in touch with the animal shelters and whatnot, and see if you can post something on their websites. But let people know, because I think that the person who has the cat is looking after the cat, and they're really hoping that it doesn't belong to anyone. But at the same time, if you were to come by and say, that's my cat, they would go, oh, okay, here. So yeah, it kind of feels like, yeah, he's being taken care of.
I have to say, so McGill is going to be the first one for a reading. I would love an energy reading. Today was rough.
Yeah.
Okay.
I get it.
And I have starred a lot. Let's see.
Okay. All right.
Aw. And Starhawk says it was her kids holding the grudge, refusing to learn the lesson. Yeah, gotcha. Yeah.
Send them love. They will get it when they're supposed to, not a moment sooner.
Yeah.
And it unfortunately that's what it is in life. So
yeah, definitely.
And okay, McGrill, what I get for you is I get prying eyes, and someone has been watching you. So if you feel like you have, like someone is watching you, there could very well be. It could be spirit. Okay, this is prying eyes is like the Seven of Wands in the tarot, which is someone taking something away. So if you're feeling left out, if you're feeling that someone has taken something from you, that you're competing for whatnot, that you're feeling defensive, you can just recognize it and say, okay, all right, something's up in the air. You can acknowledge the feeling and then let it go. Put up boundaries. I also got the salt card for you, and this is all about boundaries, because we use salt to kind of cleanse the energy and protect the energy. So that's, keep yourself grounded, keep yourself protected, and send love to whoever is trying to make you feel bad. That's what I got.
I love that. That was great reading. Okay, so Miguel, they're saying, the element of air, and usually for me, I always get this as a writer's quill, but in this instance, I'm feeling like it really is about getting ideas, getting things, creative things flowing into you. And this is an eternal life. So this is really realizing the largeness of your God self, that you are an eternal being. and that there is higher love, a higher love, more than what we on earth think of as love. It isn't just who loves you, baby, but it is love that is not, it is not emotional in that sense. It is just an all-embracing bliss of connectedness. So I think that's what they're trying to steer you toward. And finally, star consciousness. So realizing that evolutionary step of embracing the whole, the multiverse. It is all about that right now with these energies coming in. So thank you for that question, Miguel. And we're going to go to Viviani, who's a member. And Viviani is asking messages from my guide about moving. Okay.
Alrighty. I get worthy. And this is about you feeling worthy of making that move, right? It's like you're, you almost feel like if you want something better than what you currently have, that maybe you're being a little selfish. You're not. You're as soon as you feel worthy, this will come in. And how are you going to know that that is going to come in? Because your mediumship skills are going to be in overdrive. So you will absolutely, excuse me. Yeah, you will absolutely get there. Do not doubt yourself. The more open you are, the stronger the communication will be. And yeah, your worth your worth comes from the fact that you are part of the God source, right? It doesn't come from the fact that you have this or you have that. So know that you are getting to the point where you are recognizing the everything that you are. And that's what is going to make you feel worthy. So yeah, about moving, yes. I think as soon as you start to feel like you deserve this, a place is going to manifest right in front of you.
I have to 100% agree. I pulled about 12 tarot cards, and they say the same exact thing. And so that worthiness component has everything to do with it. And what's this card from the Inner Child deck? You deserve to be seen. And so that's you getting out there in the world, creating. So from the aspect of pulling it to you, manifesting it and creating it, feel that worthiness. Because you know what? Although you feel it's about prosperity, it's about you feeling worthy. It will show up. The right price, everything that you need will show up. So you deserve to be seen. And practice freedom. I like this. This is releasing the weight of judgment about yourself. You are worthy. You are everything you need to create the place that is just going to be perfect for you, a new, beautiful haven, a home that will give you that feeling of security and that feeling that you're going to be sitting in your own energy and you're going to love it. What is the final card? You are enough.
Yes.
I think the theme is clear. You do not have to give more. You are enough. Just like that. So that's the message they're really telling you. And you have a lot of beautiful people around you that are assisting you and on the other side as well. So the cards say everything is there and waiting. You are going to get to that point where you allow it in a beautiful way to manifest without fears or anything getting in the way of that manifestation and coloring it, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Okay, so Ellen R., another member.
Another member. Excellent.
Another member. Could I have a message, please? If you need a specific question, why is KL in my life? Wish she were gone. Okay. Give us a pointer.
Message. Yeah. She triggers you. And there is something about, oh, okay. Here. What I'm getting is there is something that you recognize in her that bothers you about yourself.
Yeah.
And it just, every time you see her, it's like you want to smack her just because. And yeah, and it's because there is something, there is something that is part of you that she triggers. So the next time that you feel that trigger or that she's around, take a deep breath and say, okay, where am I feeling this? Am I feeling this? Is it turning my stomach? Am I getting a headache? Where is this in my body? And then rather than just kind of walk away from it and go, oh, I'm not dealing with her, lean into it and say, okay, what is it that is coming up for me? And you might get a word, you might get a memory, you might get something that will come to you. And then look at that and examine it and say, okay, maybe there is something that, you remember as a child, or you saw something as a child and you convinced yourself or you accepted it as being true for you, right? That's the truth and that's what it is. And you have carried this around with you for years and years and years, not realizing that, no, that was something that happened in the moment. It has nothing to do with who you are now.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, do a little bit of deep work. And the card that I got was Witch's Brew. Okay. And this is all about, there's a remedy in your problem. Seek alternative solutions. So yes, this is like the Fool and the Death card. So look at things from a different perspective. Okay. Oh, she's close to 40 and acts similar to the way I was in my 20s.
There you go.
Yeah.
You want to, I'm sorry, bitch slap her, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally get that.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Just go with that. I'm feeling like if you go with that energy and examine it and let yourself really, really get into it, yeah, you'll find where that came from. And as soon as you realize where it came from, you can say, oh, whatever.
Yeah, because it's saying, accept what is. So the act of acceptance will bring peace. So gaining that inner, so they're telling you, go inward, seek that answer. So it's time to connect with that inner child who is back there in your 20s being how they were being, and saying, do what you need to do. And what is this angel doing here? Why does the angel have black wings? That's the first thing I look at.
Yeah.
It may be difficult, but now is the time. So go into that shadow part of yourself and ferret out those details like Marina talked about, because there is always a reason in your past why that is happening. And you know what? There's nothing like that mirror. Man, yeah. It's a good trigger. Absolutely. I mean, it is a good trigger, but it's a really powerful trigger.
Yes. Yeah.
So,
and you know what? Look, Ellen, look at it this way. She is in your life to help you go back to yourself in the 20s and deal with whatever it was that you told yourself was true about you that wasn't true. Yeah. That's her purpose. She is there to help you realize it, and so that you can let it go.
So you can embrace your whole self, as we talked about at the beginning of the show. Embrace the whole.
Yes.
Yeah, that is beautiful. Okay, thank you for that, Ellen. And so I'm just going through making sure we don't have any other members. So I've got Annie here who's asking, will my ankle heal soon? Well, we don't really do medical, but I guess we can read on the energy of your ankle and see what they say. I'm going to use the tarot.
Yeah, me too.
Gotta go for the tarot on this one.
Yes.
See what they say.
Yeah. You're welcome. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Will your ankle heal soon? Yes. Yes, it will. But what you need to do, my dear, is you need to pay attention to what your doctor told you. And when they said, don't put pressure on your ankle, don't push it, right? Take the time. So I get the world that yes, it will heal. I also get the high priestess for you, that you like to push the envelope a little bit. You like to just, well, I can do this, I can do that. Listen to your doctor's advice. And when they tell you that you need to take pressure off the ankle.
You notice how she's carrying a cane.
Huh?
She's walking with a cane.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what you do.
I like that, because you know what? I got the same kind of thing, but it does say yes and yes, but then it says, then after you start feeling better and you start pushing it, there's that person with the cane walking along. You're going to have to get back to that new perspective of following the doctor's orders, because they weren't wrong. You have passion and drive and you want to go off and do what, la, but you're going to have to go on the full journey of a new beginning of healing your foot if you don't do it right the first time.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And that is that. Thank you, Annie. And so, Linda Kennedy, since I'm a new kid on the block, can you explain what a light worker is? Marina, what is a light worker?
Okay. Basically, the way that I would define a light worker is, it's someone who is here on the planet encouraging and showing others ways that they could not only get more in touch with their soul and listen more to their soul, but to kind of see things through a different lens, through a different light. So what we tend to do is we tend to show the way, right? Well, it's up to you whether you follow or you go along with it, but that's part of the way that I see it. Yeah.
And they just happen to always be people that are looking toward the spiritual awareness of people. Your own spiritual awareness and sending light around the planet, that kind of thing is why we call them light workers. It is such a thing and it's not just light as you're visualizing it, but you're doing light work every day when you're keeping your awareness on the higher frequencies of light and love. It may sound like a platitude, but it's not. It's a real thing. It's a vibration, a frequency, an energy. And when you resonate with the higher frequencies, you really are going to help others come up to that frequency level. People that you work with, people in the grocery store, people that you're around. So you are a way shower, which is what light workers do. So thank you for that question, Linda.
Yep, absolutely.
And Christine is asking any guidance as to going into healthcare, being a healthcare provider. Healthcare provider.
All right. You're welcome, Linda Kennedy. I hope that helps. If light workers just feel a need to help others.
Yeah.
That it's a pull to help others.
They're usually interested in someone else's spiritual growth. It's a bizarre thing, but they usually are. I don't know why, but we are. Yeah. Not just your own selfishly, but in other spiritual growth. So Christine, any guidance going into the healthcare? Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Christine, you need to learn how to stand your ground. And I want you to really, really, really think about being a healthcare provider and what it is that you want to achieve with this. I have a feeling that you might be an empath, and working with sick people could feel like a heartbreak to you. So before I made a decision on that, this is what I wanted to do, I think that we probably could benefit by maybe volunteering at a like a senior complex or that kind of thing. Even a hospital, just volunteering and being in that space and see how that makes you feel. It will either confirm that, yes, this is the route you should go, or you're going to walk away feeling, I can't handle this. And then when that feeling comes in, trust it.
Right.
Trust it. Okay.
I have to say, Christine, as I read your question, my guides came in, or your guides, and were showing me that they were showing me actually you being a healer or something in the healthcare profession in the way of an energy worker. It's not like you have to be right in the room with someone. You can do it on Zoom. And yeah, I feel like you have a beautiful ability to work with people, but more on an energetic level from your own sacred space. And so they're saying this is a blessing in disguise. And, they're showing 2 dolphins. I mean, those are beautiful beings, but they're saying, don't give up on love. Well, that's about connection. That's about, you will manifest what you need. Notice this box of joy coming your way, and embrace your life's purpose. So as I'm speaking about being a healer or energy practitioner, Reiki, whatever it is, your own way, doing it online is the newer way than in a hospital setting where you're in a rigid environment or you have a lot of conflicting energies all around you, kind of pulling you here and there. You have more control when you're in your own home. And they're saying, stay the course. The angels of healing are with you. And these are the Archangel Michael cards. So I feel like that is a really good avenue for you. I agree with Marina. Test the waters. If you wanted to try the hospital environment on the side, you can try this on Zoom. Some healing modality of one source or another, or your own. So congratulations.
Christine said, that her parents owned a nursing home and she worked there while she was in high school. So that's nothing new. She does have a background in clinical psychology, but has taken Reiki level 1 and 2.
There you go.
That goes very well with what Val was saying, in that, yeah, you can, that distance,
The distance healing.
distance healing, absolutely, because you can
Yeah,
use both the Reiki and the psychology to, yeah, to help people out. So,
definitely. You can definitely do that. So that's beautiful. Thank you,
totally.
Christine.
Yes.
And for Starhawk, it's actually time. We have, if you have time, Marina, we have 2 more messages after this. So Starhawk's asking, before age 20, I could use a sewing machine, and after 20 years, it started jamming every time I used it. They worked fine. What?
Others immediately
Before
before and after jamming for me.
Apparently, they don't want you sewing. Let's look at what this is about. That's pretty interesting. It's like, stop it.
Yeah, I think you're anticipating. The universe and spirit are showing you that you are the world's best manifester, because the minute that you have assumed that because it jammed a few times that it will always jam for you. So at any time that you get behind the machine, your thought is it's gonna jam. And spirit says, you're absolutely right. Watch this. Hold my beer. So that's why it works for others and not for you.
Oh, my beer.
Yeah. You're the star. Okay, you're the one that's in control. You're the one that is that is doing this. Change your your 9 of Swords. Every time you get behind that sewing machine, you think, oh, here it goes. It's going to jam again. Just watch it jam. And it does. It does. Walk away from that. That's not what it is. It's you start looking at that machine and you start telling that machine, you know what? You are the best thing that ever happened to me. I did so many wonderful projects with you, and we made so many beautiful dresses, and people still talk about them. And yeah, you are a fabulous machine, and we work perfectly together. We anticipate each other very well, and keep saying that, and then get behind the machine, and I bet you it will work for you.
I have to say, my cards totally say the same story. So here's the Lover's card. This is your connection and love with the sewing machine. But you're thinking about everything. You're already anticipating. You're picking and dreaming. And here's the working hard mode. What comes up? This machine stabbing you in the back because it's malfunctioning. What do I get? The World card. So it's a fait accompli, and you get to be prosperous in what you believe. So either you give up sewing, or you decide that sewing machine, and you, like Marina very wisely suggested, become extremely good friends with the product that is exactly the way you want it.
Yes. Picks up on your energy. Yeah.
So
and I'll do you one better, Starhawk. The last time that machine worked for you, okay, you got frustrated, really, really frustrated, because it had taken the material, and the bobbin underneath wasn't inserted properly. So you ended up with the whole
glob.
The material just wasn't feeding properly. And so as you were trying to maneuver it, you got very frustrated. You pulled it out, and you were angry. And the machine said, oh no, don't want to deal with that again. So think back and tell me if that didn't happen.
And you have to make friends with I call Jack, my car is Jack. Yes. You got to make friends with everything.
Yes.
So thank you for that, Starhawk. Yes. And Jessica is asking me, I have a message from my guides.
Hey, Gerald. Nice to see
Gerald,
you.
What?
Gerald, Tarot Stash.
Gerald, Tarot stash. Well, this gives me a pause to mention you may, if you have time on Sunday, June 9th, join us for our manifesting class, Gerald and I, manifesting in the quantum field. It is not just any manifesting class. It is really about meeting the quantum field advisors that you have and creating that beautiful synergy and learning how to manifest in the quantum field. So go to dragonflycrystals.store and you can join that class. Thank you.
Perfect.
Thank you for that infomercial.
Yes. And Jessica Lynn, what I have for you is deep being. And this talks about self-love and acceptance, ownership of your uniqueness and self-sovereignty. So, and it's funny because the next card that I got out was transformation, the flames. Yeah. And it's all about transformation, and a new you is emerging. So the deep being is like the 10 of Cups in the tarot, and about the sun and the world. It's all positive. This is getting to know yourself. What your guides are saying is they have been working with you, and they are showing you all the things that you can be, all the things that you have. And they are exposing you to more and more of the different modalities. And you're going to find a lot of transformation in that. You're going to find that a lot of these things are going to work with you. Don't be surprised if, as you're learning on this, you have a tower moment, right? Where it just feels like everything comes at you at once. That is just Spirit's way of clearing out all the things that no longer serve you, that are no longer of benefit to you, so that you can then get deeper into your being and manifesting what it is that you want. I love these cards for you.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. So, Jessica, I have this beautiful, everything is in divine order. And I get the abundance card with that. Yes. And so, whatever you're doing, keep on doing it. But they're suggesting that you do some shadow work, which we are all doing right now. Mm-hmm. And that shadow work may be when you want to ask for help. You don't have to do it alone. You can ask your guides and angels to assist you, or friends that you know. What do I get once you do that? The beautiful sun card coming out. It's time. It's time to come forward and do everything you're here to do. This is the big awakening for everyone and for you. 2024. Get ready. Thank you for asking the question, Jessica. We just have one more, and that is All Eisnick. Hello, when will we get to enjoy an empty nest? When will I enjoy an empty nest? Okay. Empty nest.
Okay, when will you get to enjoy an empty nest? You're not charging them enough rent, sweetheart. That's what it is.
I mean, that's why it's got to be that, right? All you have to, I can empty your nest in 2 seconds. 2 seconds.
Yeah. See, you're being very careful with what it is that you're doing, and the financial things that you're charging the kids for, because you don't want them to struggle too much. You want them to be able to save up for a home of their own, not charging rent. There you go. That's what you got to do.
Yeah,
time, effort, and money to run a household. If you are part of the household, you have to chip in. That's all there is to it. So you start charging, and it's a Seven of Pentacles. Start charging, even, you know, you don't have to charge what they might charge on the street, but you certainly do need to start charging them. Okay. So,
call it
yeah.
room and board, for goodness sakes. Food that
Yes.
they eat and everything else. The electricity that they use. You know, they're on the internet.
Exactly. So I also get the judgment card. And what this tells me is, you know, making life too easy for them right now by being mom, is you're not doing them any favors when they get out into the real world. And, you know, it's not, it's going to be a rude awakening, and you can certainly help them by charging them and saying, okay, if it makes you feel any better, okay, whatever they give you, put into a savings account. Depending on how many kids you've got that are giving you the money, open up a savings account in each of their names. Okay, what they give you, just put it into that account. Don't tell them.
And then the ones that don't give you money, and then you hand the ones that do get money, then they'll go, well, why don't I get any money? Because you never paid any money.
Exactly. So, and then, you know, you could use that for when they're ready to move out and they're looking and whatnot. You could say, here you go. Here's your down payment. Here's your first month. Yeah. So that's what you do. You start charging, and yeah, they have to learn to.
It's called responsibility, because you know, here you are carrying all the burdens. This is you suffering with with all of that, and here they are. They're just, you know, they're going along in life, and this is looking at everything. Yeah, you're doing this for them, but they don't really appreciate it like they should, because they're not paying rent. No. There has to be a balance. There has to be something in the mix between you all. It can't just be a one-way street. And then there will be optimism for everyone if you do this. This is about recognition for a job that you're doing for them, a job of keeping them and, you know, feeding them or giving them a place to stay. You are in service, and they have to have some energy coming toward you. It is a universal law. And as Marina said, they will appreciate it out in life when they learn this lesson. If they do not learn it now, they'll have to repeat something down the road to learn it. So, yeah.
And you may not want them coming back, you know, once they're gone. So, yeah, teach them the responsibility now, and have to get used to paying for something every month, that it becomes a habit.
At least $100.
Yeah.
At least $100 a month. That's nothing. That's their cell phone bill.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay.
Exactly.
Now that we've told you exactly what to do, we are done for this. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And Book joined us just in time for us to leave.
I'm sorry.
But we're back on at 7 on Val's channel. Again, it's Val Day.
It's Val Day.
Yeah.
So Golden Girls Koffee Klatch, where it will be a stimulating conversation about politics. And I know that we always have fun. So tune in for that at 7 Pacific, 8 Mountain Time. So is that right? 6. No, 6 Pacific, 7 Mountain Time. Oh, I was trying to get another hour out of this. But anyway, thank you all for being here. We appreciate it, as always. And it'll be on Marinas Channel next time. Messages for Lightworkers, episode 76. Next, yes. So
76.
that's a lot, a lot of episodes. So thank you all. Like and subscribe to Heart Centered Tarot, Dragonflight Crystals, Next Level Channeling. We appreciate it. Leave a comment if you will. Thanks so much. We love you guys. Mwah. See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.